thank God for these two brothers tonight. Eric, God bless you so much, and present to you tonight your certificate of graduation from Western Michigan Teen Challenge. And tell the people what you're going to do when you graduate, after graduation.
Well, dang, Billy, how do I follow you there, bud? As Pastor said a little bit in my testimony there. My name is Eric. I'm 23. I'm from Gainesboro, Tennessee. Go SEC. But growing up, I was in a good home. I was raised right. My family, my parents were divorced when I was 2. So growing up, it was just kind of normal to me. My mother raised me mostly. Spent some time with my father, not a whole lot. Maybe a weekend a month, things like that. But to their credit, they always did the best they could and made me the center of their life. But growing up, I was very spoiled. Had everything I ever wanted, really. Never wanted for anything, and always really did the things I was supposed to do to be successful in life. I made good grades. Was involved in sports, extracurriculars, all those things that you're supposed to do. I got into high schools in the sports scene there, started hanging out with some older guys, things like that. Alcohol, cigarettes, marijuana, those things started kind of creeping into the picture. And it just kind of progressed as high school went along, and I was looking up to them for good reasons, but I continued in doing those things. And sort of as life started coming at me and I started realizing what life was about, things were happening, and I continued dealing with it this way. My father went through his second divorce while I was in high school. It was kind of an ugly divorce, and we developed a relationship for the first time when I was around 14. That was just on a much different level than we had ever had before. And I cherished that. He got real close to me and my friends, took us to all to basketball games and stuff like that. And, around my senior year in high school, it came out that he had an inappropriate relationship with a friend of mine, and I was very angry about that. The way it was, I felt real rejected, very just hurt by, embarrassed. So I left high school, went off to college, and that just was a whole new culture of things for me to try and to kind of fill things with. And I did. Led me to a lot of trouble, really. Irresponsibility. Got in trouble legal issues, brought trouble with school. Eventually, I moved in with a friend. That didn't last real long. I moved back home, really in a defeated state, and things started spiraling from anger to depression and despair. It was during that time my mom went through her second divorce, and it wasn't a very good one either at the time. And as things were getting finalized, my stepfather came in one day, or ex-stepfather obviously, and pulled out a gun and put it in my mother's face. And it was just one of those moments, kind of marked a transition in my life, where my life, like I said, went from anger to despair. And I just remember grabbing him and beating him, and like I said, it's like I could feel the life come out of him. It's like he didn't even fight me back, and that's the way I was feeling inside too. It's like I just didn't even want to fight anymore. I wanted to give up, and I just felt like my life was over. And so I continued in the drug usage, got into IV use, different pain medications was always what it was, and just got in a really dark place. I couldn't hold down a job. I couldn't do anything. I wound up selling drugs, ripping off my family, everyone that cared about me. It's always those that we care about the most we hurt, it seems like. And I just really got some dark places. And I remember sitting in a dope house one time, selling drugs, trying to support my habit because I couldn't do anything else. And I woke up, and there was a friend of mine sitting in front of a kerosene heater, Indian style. He had blood on his arms, and he had morphine in his needle, and he was literally crying because he couldn't get his fix. And that's the first time I feel I ever felt God speak to me. And He just said, Eric, there's so much more to life for you. And I get to seeking it out, and I wish I could tell you that it was just a radical deliverance and things changed just like that. But they didn't. I guess I'm an especially tough one. I got to seeking things out. I got with Pastor Tim. I've known him for a few years now. He got me involved in a teen challenge in 2010. I went there and graduated. I was kind of hard-headed, young, and I left. They recommended that I stay and work there, and I just wasn't doing it. I wanted to go home and go on with my life, and I kind of had my head in the clouds. So it wasn't long, and I fell. Went back to a 3-month program. That didn't work, and it's just been it's been a trial. But Pastor Tim told me this last time. He said, Eric, it's not about it's not going to be easy, and Jesus didn't say it would be easy, but He said it was going to be worth it, and He said He'd go with you.
Amen.
He said, no,
Amen.
Go, basically. And He got me here, and since being here, I can tell you, I've definitely become more grounded, and I've just figured out it's not about, we have some amazing experiences, and you meet some amazing people, but that's not what it's about. It's about making the choice to serve Him. It's about putting one foot in front of the other, and I know that more than anything today, that's what He has for me. And as Pastor said, God has opened some doors for me. I'm going to be going to Oregon to do an internship at Teen Challenge. And so, and I'm just so happy. Honestly, I just never thought that this was the kind of life that I would be leading. But man, I kind of feel like Jonah sometimes. It's almost like it's not at all what I really wanted to start with. But God is He's revealing Himself to me as my exceedingly great reward. And man, I love Him. I love all of you. And I'm just thankful. Thank you, Pastor.